Lads, welcome back to Fusion YGO, and today we're going to be going over my Crusadia deck profile. This is a going first with a sideboard to help you go second, an OTK deck, so we're going to dive right into the profile, and we're going to have a little bit of fun today, shall we? Lads, if you want to support the channel, pass the like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out our shop at teespring.com, link in the description. And until December 31st of 2019, if you use the code FUSION15, you can save an additional 15% off your order. Happy holidays. Enjoy the rest of your video. Alright, so for the Crusadia lineup, we obviously are running Triple Maximus. I only have 2 secrets and 1 super. When I bought them, I forgot that I only had supers for this, and I forgot to order it, so scrub it out. Triple Arborea, and then Triple Draco, Triple Leonis, and Triple Reclusio. So you have to max out on the Crusadia cards, even the bad one, and they all have different effects. Like Reclusio will pop a card, Draco will add a spell or trap from the graveyard, Arborea will protect from destruction, things like that. And they all give effects to the monster that is pointing to them. So it's really good for OTK strategies, going second. But going first, what you're using them to do is be able to just pull out stuff from the deck and really be able to take off. And it's a mandatory to play all of them in this deck. So then next up, triple copies of Ranryu, double copies of Gigabyte, and 2 copies of Performer Pal Hat Trigger. So Ranryu and Gigabyte both require a spellcaster to be on the field to special summon themselves, and Hat Trigger, if you control 2 or more monsters, you can special summon it. These are important to go into as a thought to stop your opponent from being able to interrupt your turn, because you want to be able to just go off, and these guys facilitate that as a huge level 4 engine to be able to make it more consistently. And there are more cards to help here in a minute. So then next up is your Guard Dragon package stuff. So Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, White Dragon Wyver Burster, and Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Free special summons makes Saryuja really valuable. These guys just free summons additional bodies to help you deal with monster effects. Next up is your Rocket package. So double Rocket Tracer, 1 Silver Rocket, and 1 Metal Rocket. So this will pop a card to summon one of these guys, and it lets you go into level 8 synchro plays, which is just incredible. So nice to be able to do that kind of stuff to your opponent to lock them out of being able to play the game. And then the last monster in the deck, Gambit Seal, because this card can be infinite negates, and I'll show you how to do that a little later, but let's jump into the spells. Okay, next in the spells, triple copies of Quick Launch. This is just tutoring out your rocket monsters to be able to make some plays. Then we've got triple Kyoto Waterfront. This gives you a bunch of tokens, and it really makes your opponent, it's Ash Bait, so if you get 3 counters on it, you can remove it to search Gamma Seal, which if they've played this matchup, they know that's a problem. It caps at 5, but it gets counters every time stuff is sent from the field to the graveyard. So it's really fun to just say no, 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 no. Next up is 2 copies of Crusadia Power. Crusadia Power is actually really powerful, and the reason Crusadia Power is so powerful is if you summon, let's say, Magius. If you summon Magius, and then they target it with Effect Veiler, you can use Crusadia Power as a called by the grave, but what it's doing is it's making it unaffected. So they'll target it with infinite impermanence, and then you Crusadia power, and then that didn't do anything. And then you still get Magius's effect, which is incredible, and it wastes an infinite impermanence. One Crusadia Testament, it's just good if you can't finish the game in the following turn. It gives you +3. It lets you draw 3 or draw 4 or draw 2 or whatever. It's just a free draw spell. And then 2 copies of World Legacy Guard Dragon as just an extender, because extenders are nice. And 1 Monster Reborn, again, as an extender. But next we're going to jump right into the extra deck. Alright, extra deck time. Crusadia package. 1 Magius, 1 Regulex, 1 Spartha, 1 Equimax, and 1 Crusadia Avermax. Yep, we're running all of them. So, Magius will search a monster. Regulex and Spartha. Regulex will search a spell, but typically you'll go into Spartha to start your plays because you'll be able to go this search Draco by summoning any other one. Make Spartha, then do your Guard Dragon plays. But if you're in a weird bind or you have to go second, you want Regulex and Equimax to be able to climb, to be able to get to him. Because he is your win condition going second. Game 1 if you lose the die roll. And this just gives you ways to play through going second. Next up is your Guard Dragon package. So 1 Elpie, 1 Pisty. Who said Guard Dragons were dead? 1 Hieratic Seal, because you'll typically end on this, which is one of your like 5 interruptions. And then 2 Saryuja Skuldred. Because Saryuja Skuldred just lets you draw cards. And it's super nice to be able to do. And if you're able to do the Spartha into Elpie combo, you're going to be able to go into this twice. It's just a guarantee. And it's silliness that this card hasn't been hit to 1 yet. But hey, I'm gonna use it and abuse it until I can't anymore. Next up, Dawn Dragster and Borreload Savage Dragon. So there are moments where you'll have to go into this, and there are moments where you'll be able to go into this. It just kind of depends on the minute. This is the more common play because you're going to have lots of link monsters in the grave that'll make it big. Typically at least 1 Saryuja, probably 2. Dawn Dragster is just, I only have a 4 and a 3, so I'm going to make this. It just kind of depends on the minute, but you want to have the option available for a level 7 interruption. And then if you're in a situation where you don't have any tuners, you need to have a rank 4 that does just as much work, and that's Abyss Dweller. And then you've got, obviously, your Narla and Azathoth as your Exceeds plays. And that is going to be it for the extra deck. So I guess it's time to show you the side deck. Going into the side deck, you got Gamma Seal, Thunder King, Jizukiru, and Kumungus, as well as 2 Interrupted Kaiju Slumbers. So, if you win the die roll and you go first, they're going to assume that you're playing going first. They're going to go first, so that you have to change your whole lines of play. And these are cards that help you go second. Every card in here, because there are cards that they don't do enough when you're going first, or when you're going second in your extra deck and your main board. So these will go in to help facilitate going second. On top of these, we of course run Triple Twisters to break back row decks, and Triple Reboot because we don't like trap cards. And the final card that is main deck stuff is 1 Crusadia Revival, which just boosts your Crusadia's monsters to be able to break boards. And then for your extra deck, another Magius and another Equimax, and that's just to facilitate it. And what you'll do in that instance is you'll probably cut Dawn Dragster, and you'll probably cut Pisty, so that you can just, or you could cut Dawn Dragster, and you could cut Hieratic Seal, because those are cards that aren't going to do anything when you're going second. So if you are pretty sure you're going to be going second, side this stuff in, and you'll be able to make it a pretty standard Crusadia list for going second, and you'll be able to do some more fun shenanigans. But lads, that's going to be it for this deck profile for Crusadia Guard Dragon shenanigans. This deck is really fun. I've been doing a little bit of testing with this deck alongside other decks that I've been playing lately, and this deck is just super fun, and you can really get under people's skins, because if they decide, oh, you're going first build, okay, let's make you go second, and some players will catch that and they'll force you to go first, and siding in the kaijus really hurts if they do call you on that. But when that happens, what you do is you scoop, you act like you're siding stuff, you make them think that you're going to go first, and then they're going to side in all their going second stuff, and then you're going to let them go first. And then you just OTK them, because they have no idea what you're doing. They're just going to be completely caught off guard, because you've already sided everything in the way you want to go second, so you're able to play second, and they don't know that you can do that. They'll be totally caught off guard. And that's typically how I'll win it if they do call my bluff for game 2, is I'll just be like, oh, okay, so I'm just going to scoop and make them think I'm bad. And then, there we go. And sometimes they're right, sometimes I'm bad. But this has been it for my Crusadia deck profile. Leave a like if you liked it. Comment down below on what you think of the deck profile. Subscribe. Share this video with a friend, and check me out on Twitter and Facebook. All those links in the description below. And we will see you guys in the next one.